Hey, good morning. Just wanted to reach out. Just finished week 2 of the 12-week training process for the half marathon. Just kind of wanted to give a quick update on that and then kind of quickly lay out week 3 training. Um, so week 2 was the same as week 1 with a 45-minute run at a 135 heart rate Monday. Tuesday had my 3-mile run, which was 1 mile repeats with a 1-to-1 work rest. And then day 3 was similar to day 1, 45-minute run, 135 heart rate. And then Thursday, 4th of July, ran with my brother-in-law, Dan Müller, and we ran 7 miles and pushed the pace a little bit there for me, just because he's in a lot better shape than I am. So we ended up running 7 at I think my heart rate was probably around a 160, 165 heart rate, which is typically a little bit harder than what I would want to run on that. But ran that. It was about an 8:40 pace for me. And then Friday, rest day. And then Saturday was the long day. Ran that with my friend Cliff, and we ran 11 miles at a moderate heart rate. I think our pace was about a 9:55 and my heart rate was about a 1:45. So that was okay for that. A little bit longer than what I had planned for the week, but that was part of Cliff's training program. He's prepping for a marathon, so I ran that with him. And then heading into this week, so I did the 2 weeks, so now we're heading into week 3 of the 12 weeks. Essentially, it's the same kind of plan, except I'm going to increase times. So instead of the 45-minute runs, it'll be a 50-minute run. Instead of the 60-minute run, it'll be 65. And then instead of the 90-minute long run, I'm going to bump that one up quite a bit. I'm going to go to a 1 hour and 50-minute run for my long run. Now, I understand that's probably a lot more aggressive or a lot longer, more miles than what a traditional half marathon training program would look like this far out from race. But coming into this, I had been training for a marathon, and my miles were getting up into that 13, 14, 15 minute or mile on my long runs. I did have a knee issue, so I took about 8 to 10 weeks off, but I'm finding that my conditioning is pretty good yet, so I'm able to handle those longer runs without elevating my heart rate too much, without having any aches or pains or any just kind of achy legs the next day. So that's what week 3 is going to look like. We're actually going to be down in Florida for this week's training. So I'm looking forward to getting some runs in down there. And so that's kind of essentially where we're at, or what we've done and what we're going into for week 3. I will share a little bit of my Garmin data, and I do have a couple of questions on the Garmin data, which I'll get into when I'm sharing that with you. All right, I'm going to share here some of my Garmin data. Go into my Garmin Connect app. I'm going to go to More, and then Performance Stats. So kind of the first one I want to cover real quick is the training status. You can see my current training status is in a recovery mode. It's telling me my training load has been low lately, which is a little ironic because this was the most, as far as mileage and minutes that I've done for a couple months. So kind of surprised with that. Just curious if anybody has ever run into that from a recovery, or a training status. That was a little surprising to me, but I'll take it. And then I'm going to hop into the HRV status, and you can see I'm at a 67. If you look at a 4-week, that has been improving, which is good. It's been in the balance stage, but just curious where others in that similar range, I'd say between 45 and 50 years old, kind of where your HRV status is at. I feel like mine's low. It should be higher, so I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong in my recovery with that, but it has been improving, which is a good sign. Next, VO2 max. I understand this one's, pretty probably not super accurate just off your Garmin, but I will pop into a 12-week there. You can see that has improved over the course here. Currently, like I said, it's a 49. And then, well, I'm not going to jump into that one. The last one I'm going to touch on is the endurance score. So just over 6,000 right now. I'll look at a 12-week. So if you look back in April, I'm not sure what so if you look at the last year, so when it got up there closer to 6,300, that was when I was kind of in my early stages of the marathon training. And you can see kind of from March, April, May, when it dropped, that's when I had my injury and was not training, and it's starting to come back. But just curious if other people have thoughts on where that should be, or if there's a goal that I should be looking for there, because I'm not 100% sure how to take this other than just the trends, which is improving. So kind of in summary on this, it does look like my overall training is improving. So that's all good, but just I like the stats of running and recovery and performance. So if anybody else has thoughts on kind of that age range of 45 to 50, where I should be looking at or what I should be targeting. The other thing I was going to hop into is the fitness age. It has me at 38 and a half years old. I'll be 40. I'm currently 46. I'll be 47 here in about 11 days. So I feel good that at least my fitness age is lower than what my actual age is, but just curious if anybody has any thoughts on that. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at through the training. 2 weeks in, laid out my third week. Looking forward to this week's training. I'll be running in Florida. Then I'll do my long run on Saturday again, back with Cliff. Really enjoying those long runs with somebody else. It definitely makes the time go by quick. So week 2 was a great week. Felt really good. My times were really good. My heart rate was lower than week 1. Got a couple runs in with some good friends. So everything's looking good. Appreciate it, guys.